Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look here at ICP. This is an interesting coin situation here. Didn't really work out the way that we wanted it to. In other words, it didn't go where we wanted confirmation. So if you can see here on the charts, again, if you're curious about what the X means, it's basically what we're looking for confirmation. In other words, ideally in a perfect world, the price would have came up here and essentially closed above the cloud. And we're talking about 3 or 4 candles above the cloud, and then we get this little bounce or pivot off the upper lead here. Since it didn't officially break through that level, we can see the price is still being held down by that. Okay, so again, this is invalidated. There is no long position potential entry there, obviously. So I hope you didn't take one, because I wanted to make sure it's very, very clear when I make my videos. You do not take trades without confirmation. And to me, that's one thing we were looking for. Okay, there was a lot of other factors involved, but that's the one kind of caveat we need to understand. So in that sense here, what we're looking at is a few key factors. So the daily time frame, let's double check this here. First of all, the daily time frame, let's work our way down here and kind of get perspective on what the deal is here. Because the daily time frame, when we were looking at this yesterday, we were talking about the importance of being back up over the 20-day SMA. We're a ways away from that. Doesn't mean we're totally bearish. It just implies that we're working below a resistance level and we lost our ascending trend. Okay, we have an ascending trend on the 50-day SMA. That's definitely an option there, but generally speaking, we're in a situation right now where it's not fantastic. All right, so let's take a quick look here. Stochastic RSI is swinging upwards. That's a slightly positive contributing factor. We can also see here that RSI is trying to break through 50 but hasn't yet. Money flow index is high. So generally speaking, there's a lot of conflicting data points here, basically letting us know that the price could go either way. The truth here is, though, that we're in a descending trend. Until we break above that descending trend line, we have no reason to consider a long position. Okay, that's just an easy way to understand it. Now, that doesn't mean the inverse applies for that, though. Okay, just because I say don't take a long doesn't mean you instantly take a short position. Trading is not black and white. You don't just open a short when a price is going down and expect it just to, if as soon as we close a short, we just open long. It's like you don't always have to be in a trade. And I'm saying that because I got a lot of people coming over to my community, like asking for me to recover their portfolio because they constantly hit the reverse button. And they're just like, come on, like, folks, pump the brakes. If you're showing addictive behavior while trading, you probably shouldn't be trading. That's all there is to it. So at this point here, pump the brakes a little bit. We're below all moving averages on the 4-hour time frame. That's not a great sign. We can see here we're below 50 on the RSI. Money flow index is low. Stochastic swinging down. So we got tremendous amount of reasons not to take a long position. Same thing here with the MACD. Even though it's converging, we're losing momentum. Okay, and keep in mind, MACD can be a false positive in a lot of ways. It's I compared it to a false pregnancy test the other day. It's just the way it goes. You can get really excited and then really sad at the same time. Try not to buy into it. If it's really helpful with other confirming factors, but on its own, just because the MACD is converging right now doesn't mean you take a trade. It just implies that the price drops so hard, so fast, for so long that even sideways action will show as a momentous indication, and it's not actually true. So be careful with that one. All right, just gotta emphasize that because I use it myself a lot, but it's a contributing factor, not necessarily a sole factor that we need to only ever use. Okay, MACD, everything's kind of, we talked about that stochastic RSI swinging down. TD sequential is just kind of getting some resets here. 4-hour time frame is mostly bearish. There's no other way around it. Daily time frame here, of course, as we talked about previously, when we look at the cloud, of course, we're within the cloud. Price action is all messy here. We got the lagging span within the price, conversion lines above the baseline, or sorry, below the baseline, losing momentum. A lot of reasons not to take a long position. Now, is this a reason to take a short? Definitely not. No, we are in the cloud. When you're within the cloud, you don't take a trade. That's the easiest way to understand it. The reason why is because we're in that transitionary time frame. You want to have a confirming factor. That's why this indicator is such a powerful indicator, because you don't want to take a trade unless you're on the right side or the wrong side of the tracks. If you're down below, a short would be more viable. If you're above, a long is more viable. But you got to be above or below those levels for some time in order to be able to have confidence in knowing it's going that direction. Okay. Because again, if you kind of think about herds or packs or just things where you're kind of moving in one direction, if you're going to try to fight it, it's not really ideal. Like imagine trying to be in like rush hour traffic and going against traffic. You know how that works. It doesn't work out very well. You go with the flow of traffic, even though it's slow, it's working. Okay, this is what we're at right now. We're in a traffic jam and we don't have any nice HOV lane options yet. Okay, my analogies are terrible. I'm sorry. It's Sunday. I'm not thinking straight, but I hope you get the gist there. So please just pump the brakes, relax, calm down. You don't have to open a short position, you don't have to open a long. You can go without trading for a little while. It's okay. It really is okay. And at this point here, I just recommend, just relaxing and not worrying about it too much. We're looking for confirmation. So to me, confirmation is closing below this 0.236 fib at about 11:15. We get a solid closure below this cloud here, and we maintain that level for 4 to 8 hours. Then we might want to consider looking at a short. But right now, we're kind of testing this descending trend line. We're within the cloud. Most 4-hour and daily timeframes are fairly bearish, 4 hours specifically. All the more reason not to take a long. Statistically, you're more likely to find success going down than you are up right now with this coin. Coincidentally, we already have a trade open with this coin. If you take a look here at our general chat, premium group, we are taking some profits here from ICP. We hit a third target, 33%, roughly 2 days ago. Okay, so awesome stuff there. It's all good. We don't need to worry too much about that. The truth is, though, that we're taking a lot of profit to the downside, and while we took a nice chain link long here recently, there's very few outliers right now in the market that are presenting themselves. Minus the occasional Dogecoin or whatever, we're seeing more coins move down than up right now. So please, please, please understand that. It is not a long market quite as much as it used to be. It's kind of a long and a short market, honestly. You can find wins in both directions. You just got to be careful and make sure you secure profits when you can. That's what we do in our community. Make sure you check that out. CryptoCash.tech is a site if you want to become a better trader. We do have awesome trading. Just make sure you read through our signals guide to ensure you understand the difference between my premium and my premium plus. Day trades versus swing trades, they perform a lot different. Furthermore, too, also recognize that we are partnered with Bitunix, best exchange in the world in my personal opinion. They offer no KYC, no VPN for our US Canadian members. Awesome trading competition, so you have to use my link to register for this one. But keep in mind, if you're using my link, you're going to be eligible automatically for future trading competitions too. And those are just little easy money that kind of just incentivizes you to have fun with trading instead of over trading. So the last thing I want you to do is try to meet a volume requirement because you're trying to trade. Don't do that. Just trade as you normally would, but just know you get some nice little rewards along the way. It's fun. All right. I hope you learned something today. Thanks again for watching. Have yourself a great rest of the day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.